Now is the SAS veteran, great friend of the show, the heroic Matthew Hellier. Matthew, always a pleasure to have your company. Let's just cut straight to the chase. You've been in hundreds of theatres of conflict around the world, in most of the countries, most of the major arenas of conflict and war. Would you fight for Sir Keir Starmer's Britain?
Simple answer, no.
Why not?
I would encourage any soldiers to go out there, pick weapons up until we get a legal framework in place that protects our service men and women from doing their job. You know, we have court cases ongoing at the moment of 30 years from Northern Ireland, Special Forces soldiers and other soldiers that are now facing possible court cases from the actions they took under the rules of engagement they were given, which was legalised by lawyers and given the go-ahead by a government. Now, this government is the weakest government, without doubt, we've had since Margaret Thatcher. And if we had Mrs. Thatcher back in the seat, the army would be full to the brim. No one would be getting out, and the country would be in a great place again. But now Mr. Starmer is just ripping us apart. So not a chance would I bear arms for that man.
Matthew, that's an incredible thing to say, because I know how much you love your country. I know how much you love the Queen, as she was when you served under the Queen and country. I know how much the flag means to you. You've risked everything. You've risked your life endless times. This must be quite a decision you've come to here.
It's not just my decision. It's the decision of the friends and family that have served in the armed forces. You know, we are constantly getting chastised. There's going to be training going ahead now for Ukraine for these possible deployments. If one of our soldiers dies in training, Mr. Starmer has already stated that he's going to tax the lump sum that the veterans' families will receive. Where is the incentive for our soldiers to go and fight for king and country? You know, when we fought for queen and country, this country meant something. You know, it is ingrained in my heart. You know, I have faced enemy on many battlefields, and you know, proudly so. But now, not a chance. Why would I want to fight for this country when, as soon as I come home, I'm facing a judge and a court case? It's just not on.
And Matthew, is there more to it than that? When we see that only 11% of the general public will bear arms for Britain in the modern era, is it something else? Is it a denigration of the white working classes, ostensibly? It doesn't matter about LGBTQ targets, about trans quotas. The white working classes are ostensibly to war. Now they seem to be, I don't know,
culture in the UK. We can't say what we feel. We can't do what we feel. We haven't got freedom of speech. You know, when we brought across John Morris from Australia, he is now 102. He's a Second World War veteran that fought with Special Forces from the